Sherry Murphy with Realty Times, the senior editor for Realty Times, Women in Business, Women in Real Estate, and In the Men's Room with Murph. And today we have a powerhouse. She is definitely a woman. Her name is Ryan Ahrens. She's a mom. She's the vice president of sales and strategy for a company you're going to find very interesting, especially in real estate. And she's a proponent and supporter of women in business. As a leader with Chief, we'll talk about that later. She emanates out of Los Angeles. Is that still accurate, Miss Ryan?
That is. Yeah, that's accurate.
Now, you know what's really interesting is I found the company. It's called Furnish, F as in Frank, E-R-N-I-C-H, just like furnish, but spelled differently. And it's filling an interesting need in the real estate industry as it pertains to what's after Gen Z, after millennials, as we find that people are really a lot more mobile. The company was started not too long ago. Tell us a little bit about the company before we get started.
Yeah, so the company started, I like to say that it came from a few different experiences for our founders. One being that boy meets girl, boy wants girl to move across country, boy wonders what girl's furniture looks like, girl wonders what boy has. And there's that kind of need to combine that world together. And then also the experiences about being young professionals, right? Wanting to be able to, as one of our founders says, pack a backpack and 2 suitcases and just be able to move to the next opportunity. And that was a void to be able to really be able to choose that kind of home of your current dreams, as I like to call it. And then be able to know that when you're done with that moment, be able to either give that furniture back, that way it's not going into a landfill, or be able to take it with you to your next place. It's completely up to your own control. So that just kind of made Furnish.
I know, it's so cool because, I mean, no matter what your age group, there is a transition. There's the sandwich generation where we're taking care of our parents, the trade down, not sure where we want to live. We know about fractional ownership now, where I'm living half the time here, half the time there. So, but Furnish is just for the positioning. It's a furniture rental company born in Los Angeles 5 years ago, and it provides furniture as a subscription. Okay, I'm just
right.
Model to consumers living a mobile lifestyle. So there are many of us that are not planning to stay where we are or live to different places. You get to pick your own furniture either for whole rooms or just pieces. Is that accurate?
That is, yeah, absolutely. So our mission is really to allow our customers to effortlessly, right, create their home. And like I said, their home of the moment or their home forever, even their office, their place of business, by choosing the items that they want, as well as choosing how long they want them and when they want to return them.
So is there, tell us, just because this is going to go all over the country, and I know that you're predominantly on the West Coast, but you're also now just opened up on the East Coast. Happy when you're going to come to the Midwest, because I think there's a big need for you here. But it's, you can keep it, you can use the money. Is that like almost like, a rental to buy?
Yeah, absolutely. So just kind of touch on the markets. We're actually in LA, all the way down to the border, Seattle, Austin, and Dallas. And then also we launched about 2-3 months ago in New York and DC. So we're slowly creeping in across the US. But yeah, absolutely. So that's kind of the great part about it, is if you have, say, like a sofa that is just the sofa of your dreams, and it's something that in that moment you're thinking, oh, I'm not able to go out and get that sofa, but you're able to rent that from Furnish. And over time, those payments, should you choose to keep it, your payments go toward that final retail price. So yeah, you can absolutely keep it.
So what's the shortest time you can lease?
The shortest time is 4 months. Yeah,
okay.
It's 4 months. And then within that time also, if you find out that, oh, actually it doesn't fit, it's a little bit into my hallway, you can give us a call and swap that out as well, because we all know that happens.
So here's interesting. It was ranked number 8 on Inc.'s fastest growing private companies in the Pacific in 2022. It's basically gives you a home without you having to, like, buying furniture for me. Oh yeah, no, it's, I have no scale. Let me rephrase that. I choose not to study scale, so I don't know if it's going to work or not going to work. I can measure 1,000 times, but at the end of the day, it's a great solution, because if you've gone to any estate sales, you find out that, I just found out how expensive like beds are, headboard.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, my God, that's a lot of money. And then what if you, move to a smaller place and it doesn't fit? And of course, it's going to cost a lot of money to move furniture.
Right.
Even if you do something simple. So it's a great solution. Tell us what how do you do that? I mean, so do you have big storerooms with sofas? I mean, how does this work?
Yeah, so we have some obviously pretty large warehouses in all of our markets, which is really where all of our logistics wise, that's where all of our furniture sits. And then of course, everything gets shipped out in between the markets. The other great thing that we have is working with a lot of our, our landlords and our commercial apartment communities. We're able to work with them to put our model units in their showrooms. That way we're able to kind of drive traffic. Yeah, we can drive traffic to them, showcase not only our furnishings, but also the community as well. So it's a great partnership.
That is really an excellent solution.
Yeah.
I also want to mention that that you're a member of Chief. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I am. So that actually just became effective July 1st. So it's pretty new and pretty exciting. Chief is a women's organization that really just for probably the past year and a half, I've kind of sat back in awe just watching new members join and kind of watch the organization build out. So it was really exciting to get an email from Chief about 2.5 months ago, just saying that, through references and checking out my profile and just kind of my work history, that they wanted to sit down and have a discussion about membership. So it's an amazing process. I think I've gone through 3 meetings so far, which are just the group of women. It's just extraordinary. And to be able to sit in a room full of such powerful women who have babies on their hips, literally, as we're on a 6:30 at night meeting, one's in the kitchen, while just hearing about their backgrounds and what it is that they're doing just to kind of push forward women's rights. It's pretty awesome. And having a 13-year-old little girl at home, it's a pretty great moment to come back around and say, hey, look, this is what we're doing. Yeah.
Bless your heart. Well, it was one of the fast companies, most innovative companies of 2021. It includes 10,000 of the most senior executives in the United States that have joined Chief.com. I will tell you that as having started the Women's Wisdom Network back in the 90s, my goal was to support women. Our goal was to support women in business who didn't necessarily have the money or the funds or the movability to get information from, like they're getting where we're getting right here. So thank you so much for your contributions. Now, can individual homeowners actually, I mean, I know you work with landlords, which is superb.
Yes.
Especially for short-term rentals and obviously for models. So there isn't all that furniture somewhere, right?
Yeah.
How would a homeowner just contact you, or do you have representatives? How does it work?
Yeah. So for a homeowner, it's actually during the pandemic was a true testament of, being able to create a safe space that brought you joy and being able to do it again on your own terms. So for homeowners, absolutely, they can go to furnish.com and from there, see our catalog of amazing furniture, kind of choose the pieces that they want for their space. And then again, choose that flexibility of how long do they want it? Do they want it for 4 months? Do they want it for a year? And then have it delivered typically within 7 days. We'll get that on the calendar and it's in their hands. And from that moment, again, they can choose to swap. And let's just say, we go from New York and go, oh, we've got this great opportunity in LA. We are able to actually take that furniture and we'll move the furnished furniture for them from New York to LA.
I don't know where you've been all these years, but thank you very much, because having just moved, I can tell you, and that was without pool tables, pianos, or refrigerators, which are rather big. Bless your heart, as we say in the South. Well, if somebody wanted to contact you to talk about this in the real estate industry, which we serve, both real estate, mortgage, and anything real estate, how would they do that?
Yeah, absolutely. So they can reach out a few different ways, actually through our website, furnish.com. There is a link for business. So if they were to inquire there, that would actually come directly to myself and actually one of my partners in that company, or they could email me directly. That's RyanA@furnish.com. And the great thing, just to kind of touch on that, is, what we've been doing a lot with our landlords and, our Airbnb owners, having the furnished product in their properties has done so many things. It's answered that kind of question, right?
Well, staging. Yes.
Yeah,
Because, I
yeah.
mean, if there are people like me who have no scale ability. So, and I know having been in real estate forever, that you can have an empty room and it looks small, but you put furniture in it. And
Oh yeah.
yeah. I also flunked art. I don't want to share that too much information because I just couldn't figure it out. But yeah, I think this would be great. I'm really personally, I know that our team at Realty Times is delighted to have a woman who is in several roles and understands the responsibility and the essentials that go with that. Because like you said, you could be in the kitchen making spinach with a baby on your hip, but that doesn't make you less powerful. And I
No,
mean
not at
powerful
all.
in the most positive way. So about women supporting women, I want to thank you so much, Ryan, for
Thank you.
joining us today and for the help that you got to get here. And I can't wait for you to be more ubiquitous. I want you to come to Chicago. I
I
want you,
know.
I mean, Chicago's a great place. We have great pizza. Yeah, so come on down. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you'll come back as we watch you grow, both with Furnish and with Chief. If you
Absolutely.
visit us again at Realty Times for another segment.
Thank you.